week we have been talking about time marches on, and I don't know about you, but it seems like the time is going faster and faster and faster each and every day and every month and every year. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. That's what people around me say, but I sure wish it would just slow down or like pause for a little bit because it just seems to be flying by. And so this week I shared a scripture on Wednesday, Walk in Faith Day, that is from Numbers 14:19 through 23, and the version that I shared was the Message version, but today I'll be reading from the NLT, and it reads, "In keeping with your magnificent, unfailing love, please pardon the sins of this people, just as you have forgiven them ever since they left Egypt. The Lord said, I will pardon them as you have requested, but as surely as I live and as surely as the earth is filled with the Lord's glory, not one of these people will ever enter that land. They have all seen my glorious presence and the miraculous signs I performed both in Egypt and in the wilderness, but again and again they have tested me by refusing to listen to my voice. They will never even see the land I swore to give their ancestors. None of those who have treated me with contempt will ever see it." And so you probably wondered why I chose this scripture to talk about time marches on, and that's because as soon as I thought about wasted time, I thought about the Israelites wandering around in the wilderness and never reaching the promised land because of them going against the Lord and what He had told them to do. And it was just a bunch of wasted time because the trip that they spent 40 years wandering around in the wilderness because of should have only taken a fraction of that time. And if they had just done what He had asked and what He had guided them to do, then they would have gotten there in a fourth of the time at least. And they would have been able to enjoy all of the things that He would have brought into their life. And it was just wasted time. And though they were going through the motions, they were living their lives, it just seems like they decided to go back to the ways that they had known instead of trying to forge ahead into the ways that He was showing them to be and how to act. And if they had just taken that leap of faith, if they had just walked in faith with God and followed what Moses was telling them to do, then they would have had a life very different from the ones that they had led, especially those who were in captivity in Egypt. And so I think it's just an important lesson to learn that time is passing by quickly, that we need to embrace every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every month. And we need to use it wisely because once it's gone, we don't get it back. And we need to take advantage of the time that we have. We need to do the things that need to be done. We need to show our love. We need to really invest that time and use that time wisely. And so I just wanted to speak about that today to encourage you to make the most of your time, to walk in what the Lord is telling you to do, how He is telling you to invest your time, and to just use it wisely, especially with those that you care about. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend with your family, and I'll talk to you soon.